Now I am going to discuss about the UML class diagram. In Unified Modeling Language, the UML class diagram comes after modeling the use case diagram. So the use case diagram is the base for modeling the diagrams of UML. Now we'll see the class diagram, and in the previous session we have already discussed about the UML use case diagram, and we have seen how to draw the use case diagram using an online tool. Now we'll see what is class diagram. Class diagram consists of classes, attributes and methods or functions. Class diagram is a type of static structure diagram. So it is a static structure diagram. It forms the static structure and describes the structure of a system. It describes the structure of the system by showing the system's classes, attributes and the operations. Operations are nothing but methods or functions and the relationship between the objects. It also provides a conceptual model of the system in terms of the entities and their relationships. It is used for describing the use case, structure and behavior. What is the purpose of class diagram? It shows the static structure of a system. So it is the main purpose of drawing or modeling the class diagram. It also provides a basic notation for the other structural diagrams like activity diagram, deployment diagram, component diagram, etc. It is helpful for the developers as well as the business analytics. Then construction of the class diagram. Class diagram is constructed by two main things. One is classes and the another one is relationships. So a UML class diagram is made up of a set of classes and a set of relationships between those classes. What is class? Now the class is a description of a group of objects with similar roles in this system. It consists of two things. One is structural features and another one is behavioral features. The structural features represents the attributes of the class. We know the attributes. It is nothing but the attributes define what objects of the class know. So for example, there is a class car, then the attributes of the car may be car name, car type, car style, likewise. Now it represents the state of an object of the class. The next one, behavioral features. Behavioral features represents the operations. Operations are nothing but the methods or functions. It defines what objects of the class can do. So what the class can perform. So these are the methods or functions which denotes the operations of the class. So it defines the way in which the object may interact. And the operations are descriptions of the behavioral or dynamic feature of a class. Now comes to the class notation. It consists of three parts. The first one is class name, second one is class attributes, and third one is class operations. Operations are nothing but the methods or functions. Class name is the name of the class, which appears in the first partition or first compartment of the class. The second one is class attributes. Attributes are shown in the second partition or second compartment of the class. That is middle compartment. Then the attribute type is shown after the colon. Type is nothing but the data type of the attribute given in the class. Attributes map onto member variables in code. Then class operations, that is methods or functions. Operations are shown in the third partition of the class. That is third compartment of the class, which is also the final or last compartment. They are the services the class provides. So what are the services the class can provide, which will comes in that compartment of the partition. The return type of a method is shown after the colon at the end of the method. Operations map onto class method in code. Each class is represented as a rectangular box consists of three things: class name, attributes and methods. Here the example is given in the right hand side. See, the bank account example is given. The name of the class is bank account. The attributes are the owner and the balance, and the methods are the deposit and withdrawal. By default, the attributes are hidden and the operators are visible. Operators are nothing but the operations, or the methods are functions which are visible. Then modifiers. Modifiers are used to indicate the visibility of the attributes and operations. We know already the modifiers. We have three modifiers: public, private and protected. Here there are symbols for the modifiers. The first one is plus symbol. The plus symbol denotes the public visibility. Then hyphen symbol. Hyphen symbol is used to denote the private visibility. Then the third one, hash symbol. Hash is used to denote the protected visibility. Over relationship. There are two kinds of relationships mainly. So the relationship is classified into generalization and association. Then the association is further classified into aggregation and composition. Now comes to generalization. It represents a relationship. So an abstract class name is shown in italics. See the example given in the right hand side. There are three classes. The first one is superclass, and other classes are subclass 1 and subclass 2. Subclass 1 and subclass 2 are specializations of the superclass, and a solid line with a hollow arrowhead that points from the child to the parent class. So the parent class is the superclass and subclass 1 and 2 are the child classes, and these relationships represents the generalization relationship of the class. Now association. Association we have already discussed in the use case diagram itself. So it is a structural link between two classes here. Here it is a class diagram, so it's a structural link between two classes. A solid line connected between the classes represents the association relationship, and it has two ends. The one is role name and the another one is multiplicity. We'll see. See here the example is given. Two classes. One is university, another class is person. Here in this example, the multiplicity and the roles are given. Here 1, 0 to 1 and the star are the multiplicity. The symbols and meaning is given down, and the roles are in this example student, employer and teacher. So these are the roles, and the values given is a multiplicity, and this is not values, it is symbols. It's actually a values, but here it is represented as a symbols. So for the corresponding symbol, the corresponding meaning is given down. The next one is aggregation. Aggregation is a special type of association. So it represents a part of relationship. See here in this diagram, class 1 and class 2. Here the class 2 is a part of class 1. So class 2 is associated with class 1. It's an instance of classes. So it is denoted as star, and it may exist independent of the aggregate. Example, apples may exist independent of the bag. Apple can exist without even the bag. Okay, apple can be in the bag, and without bag also apple can. The next example, can drink milk without sugar. Milk can take with sugar or even without sugar. So this is an example of aggregation. So next comes to the composition. It's a special type of aggregation. Objects of class 2 live and die with class 1, and class 2 cannot stand by itself. Component cannot exist independent. It is represented as a solid line with a filled diamond as the association connected to the class of composite. Example, each car can have engine that cannot be shared with other cars. The second one, each lock can have a key that cannot be shared with other locks. Then dependency. Dependency exists between two classes if the changes to the definition of one may cause changes to the other. Class 1 depends on class 2. Here in the example it is given two classes, class 1 and class 2. Here the class 1 depends on class 2. The relationship is represented as a dashed line with an open arrow. Here is a class diagram for the library management system. The scenario given, we have already drawn the use case diagram. Now this is the class diagram. Here we have 4 classes: books, catalog, librarian and member. These 4 classes can have their own attributes and functions or operations to be performed, and it has the multiplicity, then it has the relationships. We'll see how to draw this use case diagram using online tool in the next upcoming video. This is all about the class diagram. Thank you.